guy who's taking a picture standing there naked. That's my picture.
Oh. There was a short period of time in my life where I was unemployed because I got fired from my job. And I was drinking wine and watching soaps. And I realized that this was not a good combination.
You'll enjoy it. It gets better. Today is a Cinnamon and Jack day.
I think we're just going to have a bitch session today. Well, sometimes you need to bitch about stuff.
Ta-da! We're not bitching today. We're back, baby. Hi, guys. Welcome back, everybody. We made it back. It was a long overnight flight, but we made it back. So there you go. For sure.
It's really hard to sleep on a plane.
Yes.
Especially when 3 seats over, there's a guy
snoring.
Not
Wasn't
loudly.
me. Wasn't me.
Loudly. I felt bad for the guy sitting next to him.
Yeah. But it wasn't me.
Anyway. And it wasn't me.
Yeah. Patrick's first. Reserve returning chick. Yay. Thank you, buddy. Returning chick.
So we basically got like short little naps in.
Cat naps. Welcome back.
Recovering.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Mr. G himself.
Hi, everybody.
TC, who our loving stalker, who noted when our plane landed. Thank you very much, dear. For sure. Homecoming day.
I don't know why you didn't stay up until midnight.
Yeah, really.
Really? So, I'm a little insulted, TC.
TC is busy this week. He's off for Eurovision and other things. Thank you for the welcome home, dear. Thank you. Ethel.
Hi.
Greetings and salutations to you as well, my dear. Thank you for coming in. Let's get Ethel. We got Nobody G. We got okay. TC. Nobody G.
My favorite
Michael.
Angry Otter.
How do you, world travelers, crazy cool kids in chat? Thank you. We are now officially. We've traveled into another country that wasn't Canada or Mexico. Thank you very much. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. So yes. Video quality is super blurry. Audio is fine. Anybody else having that issue? Let me know, because I have nothing else on except.
Well, I am trying to transfer that.
Oh,
thing to you.
She's trying to send me a file. Maybe if she stops that, it would do that.
All right, let me.
Yes. Hey, Groves, welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we'll have to.
Steph, appreciate that. Mary was trying to transfer me a file over our internet. Big mistake.
I canceled it.
She canceled it. Hopefully we clear up now. Debbie and Max. Hi, guys. Yes, thank you for the welcome back. It was a lot of fun.
Let me know if it clears up. I was trying to send her like a 5+ minute
video
right
before the show. And she gives me shit for this, by the way. She gives me shit. And there you have it. Debbie and Max Headroom are both here. Welcome. Thank you, guys. No, it's not you. It's us. It's not you. It's me. When's the last time somebody said that to you? No, although it could be. It could be. Hopefully it cleared up now and you guys are back to.
Hey, Steph.
Steph's here. Yeah, welcome, dear.
Nancy,
so yeah,
Debbie, the gang's all here.
The gang is all here, and thank you again for coming in, guys.
They might have missed us.
We did one show last week.
Yeah, one.
But it was kind of the
a week ago.
Costa Rican.
Well, that was a week ago.
We did that. I know, right? We were busy. When you're out playing around in a different country, you get a little busy. Thank you. We missed you guys too.
We missed you guys too.
That's why we did that one show on Tuesday, but we are back. And
the first week was
you,
nice and slow. And then the second week just boom. It was like, oh, it's Saturday. We have to go to the airport.
Yeah. So we spent a lot of time at that airport.
We're very intimately
aware now of everything going on in the
Santa Maria
airport.
What's
in it? What is not in it, and how to get food at weird hours. There you go. But yes, busy eating all that yummy food and hitting people walking down the street. Of course, I did not hit anybody with my camera. I look like I damn near clipped a couple of people walking on the side of the road, but I did.
Dude, at my size, I am not ziplining. I would like to.
I asked her if she wanted
to. I would actually do it if I was my previous fighting weight.
You put that any way you want it. Take it any way you want it. I asked her if she wanted to zip line, and she's like, no. So I'm like, okay, fine. I don't care to zip line either. I don't want to do it, but I asked just in case she wanted to do it. She did not. which saved my ass. Thank you very much. But no, we did not zip line. We had a very low key kind of hang around and look at the sites, kind of. Checked out the small towns in the area. Got to talk with some of the people. It was a lot of fun. Go to the volcano. We did check out the volcano though. We didn't go up on top of it.
You can't.
You're not legally allowed to climb up on top of it.
Yeah, it's a national protected area. Whereas
I don't know if I have any pictures of it. Hang on a second.
I took pictures with my other camera, not this phone. So
I have pictures of my cat. Lots of pictures of my cat. I did play Pokemon Go while in the airport of Costa Rica, and I posted the sandcastle that I caught. There you go. That was Pokemon Go. You can actually play Pokemon Go damn near everywhere. There you go.
Yeah.
I zipped to the Great Wall of China. Only time I'd done it. I'll bet. That would be interesting. Yeah, it would have been great content. Watching us fall to our deaths. I'm just not that guy.
We're not going to name names, but we were informed that some of the people we met did actually, in fact, try to walk up the side of
the mountain or the volcano.
And because it's protected, you're not supposed to. If they find you, they're not happy. But you have to do it like really early in the morning before it gets light out.
This little guy was sat on my car. He didn't look happy about it, but he was on my car, so I took a picture of him. He didn't attack me or anything like that. But we had great food, great views, lovely people. Is
that Arenal?
Yeah, that's the one. There you go. We did see that, which was really cool. We went to the more arid side of the country, which was also interesting. No, I didn't take any. I don't have those pictures with me. I got a lot of editing to do, though. Let me tell you. But I wasn't going to do a lot of editing while I was there because I figured, damn it, it's a vacation. Right?
Yeah.
Right. Although the best coffee and cookies you'll ever want are in San Ramon at a cute little place that Mary has reviewed.
Costa Rica actually has right now it's the start. They have 2 seasons, rainy and dry. So it just started the rainy season in May. And it's not rainy like all day, every day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
more arid side.
We stayed in the Central Valley because we're not beach people. And
it's on the Pacific side.
Yeah.
To be precise.
I think. I was directionally challenged while in Costa Rica because, they don't really do grid streets.
Big rocks.
So
and not a lot of growth.
One of the things we spent money on was a driver.
Because I wanted to be able to check things out and not have to worry about hitting anybody. Although I'm very good at driving in Costa Rica.
So we found this wonderful driver, and last week, Wednesday, because he's like, I'll drive you around San Ramon, and then I'll drive you around the area and stuff. And we're like, well,
we've seen San Ramon.
We've kind of been downtown and stuff. So like, just take us out into the countryside. So Central Valley, it's a lot of mountains, a lot of hairpin turns on roads and things. And
climbing up, going down.
One-lane bridges.
Climbing up, going
where
down.
One side has the right of way and the other side
speed bumps. And I love the car in this graphic. It looks like a 1970s something or other. Anyway, but that's the speed bump ahead.
So we were towards the end of the trip. And I think what he did is he kind of went way around.
He did.
There's a man-made lake by the volcano,
which I showed you guys
where they get a lot of their energy, electric energy, hydro energy. And the lake was beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So all of a sudden, because everybody kept saying it's dry season, it's not as pretty, I'm like, everything's green. You even got some stuff flowering.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. You get down the mountain and the landscape
changes.
Now there's just rocks sticking out of these dried up fields, and it's more dairy cattle and beef cattle and stuff. And
it was more beef cattle,
and it wasn't as humid, but it was hot.
Dairy cattle are up. in the altitudes.
Yeah.
But
Because you don't want the milk to spoil.
beef cattle are down. They have the beefy cattle are down there. So yeah.
Wow, you were listening.
I was.
I'm impressed.
I you know me. You know me. Hey, you know me. There you go. So yeah. Altos. Down comes somebody for something. We're having some work done.
Not personally on the house.
Little tuck, little roll, little
Yeah.
tuck and roll.
Yeah.
We're having some stuff removed and stuff fixed.
Yeah. It was about time. And we were gone, and it was like, come while we're gone.
And they're still here. But they're still working on it.
So we...
That's you walking down talking to the
looking
hostess.
Very old.
Well, your knee was hurting you. Okay, by the way, her knee was hurting her.
Wouldn't you figure it? My right knee is... Both knees, as you know, are crap. But now the left knee is much better because I had that wonderful surgery. So the right knee has been generally fine until I got to Costa Rica.
Get down to the beefy cattle.
And then it started to hurt. And then Saturday I got up and it was painful.
Mm-hmm. So,
and if you know anything about Costa Rica,
there's a lot of hills,
a lot of steps, a
lot
lot of inclines,
mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
and declines.
Yeah, you could call them that.
So
inclines and declines.
Lugging 50-pound luggage was not fun. It
no.
Yeah. So
kind of, yeah.
When we finally got home,
yeah, you see them come rolling in. Usually it didn't rain until the afternoon.
Yeah, somewhere between 3 and 5.
Yeah,
it start raining, and
we were done by then.
I know you all have seen rain, but the thing is,
that rain I posted that short rain
I
video.
posted one too because everything is metal roof.
Yeah,
they don't have asphalt roofs or anything.
No,
and everything is open.
Yes.
All your restaurants, everything.
Wide open
storefronts, it's all open.
Spaces.
So it was very loud. One of the rains was really heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the second week, wasn't it?
Yes, it was when we were in San Ramon. Yes. San Ramon.
But we didn't get to see a lot of wildlife, but one of the drives we took was this restaurant. It's been there for like forever. You could tell by the wood floors when you stepped on.
Is that the one with the hummingbirds you're talking about? Yeah, the hummingbirds and the view, a lovely view of the of a waterfall, which in the jungle, which was lovely. Like I said, and I will be posting those videos as soon as I get them edited. But yeah, it was kind of. It'd been there a while. Because they use literally their cooktop or their stove or their grill, whatever you want to call it, is stoked with wood.
A wood stove.
It's a wood flipping cooktop kind of thing, and it's just old tile floor in there and cement, and it's just very rustic but cool.
So yeah, our driver took us to this restaurant that you can sit and look at the volcano Arenal.
Yeah,
and
that was the second.
There was big fluffy clouds over the peak of it,
and
he'd be like, "Okay, take a picture now."
Because a lot of times
the clouds would split.
It's obscured a lot of the time by clouds, low clouds, just because it's so high, right? So it's kind of unusual, especially during rainy season, to get a picture of it, the whole peak, because the whole top edge. Otherwise, it's always kind of poked behind some clouds.
And the first week we had the driver. If you go to another country and they have scenery like that, and you're not like really into big cities, I would highly recommend, if it's affordable, to hire.
TC posted the link to the
hire
short.
somebody to drive you around, because
yes, the driver spoke English. He did a pretty good job. Plus, he helped us a little bit with our Spanish. Yes, he did.
Oh, make Max blue.
That's right, Max. You're not blue.
Like we've known him for a while.
I don't know why he's not blue. He doesn't pop in often enough for me to make him blue.
I know, right?
Add moderator. Boom. Yep. Check standard.
Yep.
And now you're blue, buddy. Thank you.
So
yeah, the guy spoke English quite well, actually. And
I admire anybody when you go to a foreign country
who can speak other languages.
Okay, so you go to a
English.
foreign country. I know un poquito español. I know how to be nice. I know how to be polite. She understood a little bit more because she's been studying a little bit more.
A little, but yeah.
Thank God for Google Translate.
Well, of course, I don't have my Costa Rican money handy.
Oh,
God
yeah.
bless it.
We'll bring it next time.
We'll bring it next time. I have American money. I left it upstairs.
Boo!
And boo!
I'll wait until we tell you about the airports.
Coinage. Damn it.
And I would say to them, because you should not go to another country and expect them to speak English. If that is not their primary language, that is just rude.
I mean, unless you're going to an all-inclusive resort, which, they say we all speak English and you don't have to learn the language.
If you're in a more touristy spot in Costa Rica,
you'll find people who speak English.
Then the citizens of Costa Rica tend to speak 2 languages. They tend to speak better English. And I just would say, they're like, oh, my English isn't good. And I'm like, let me tell you, your English is probably better than mine. And because I trip over words all the time. And I said, the fact that you can speak 2 languages and I can't, I'm like,
all hail. Yeah. We bumped into one guy who spoke Portuguese as well, which was kind of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he said Italian and
a little bit of Italian.
So I was like, dude, nice.
I'm like, okay, buddy. I am very in awe of people who can speak more than one language.
So, yeah, like,
am I blue? No, yeah. Okay, I got you. You're good. The airplanes were good to us. The landing in Texas was kind of bumpy. I mean, Texas. Literally, the landing gear. Texas. Yeah, the landing gear hit the ground and the damn one of the overhead compartments popped open. It was a jolting experience. But yeah. But no, plane flight were great.
We flew American Airlines, and we did pay up, so we sat in, I guess,
it's business or first class, depending on what flight you're on.
Yeah,
there's 2 seats
and
per
the fun
side.
Part was because I booked it early enough, we sat in the same 2 seats
every single time,
every 4 flights, because there's no direct flight,
right? So
to Costa Rica.
From Chicago to, where'd we go first?
Charlotte, North Carolina.
And then there to
not a bad airport.
Not bad at all. And then there to Costa Rica. We were in the same exact seats on the same kind of plane. It's a 737. All right. And then on the way back, same seats, everything. The trip to Texas was not horrible, but it was late at night. Like I said, we left at midnight and we were in the air for a while. Really cool. She got some cool video, and the video she was trying to transfer to me, I will get edited because it was clouds and the lightning in the clouds.
We weren't in the storm. We didn't get hit.
Yeah,
but when you're above the clouds and the lightning lights it up, so it was kind of cool.
Yeah, totally American Airlines. Yep.
No complaints about American Airlines. They didn't lose their luggage. The luggage didn't come out looking like somebody had run over it with a truck. Getting through customs in Costa Rica was easier than getting through customs in America and in the
Who'd
U.S.
have thought that, huh? Yeah. Texas Airport.
If you can avoid Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, I would highly recommend it.
Don't do it. Don't go
Especially if you're not young anymore. And have a bad knee.
Yeah, it wasn't a great time. Not only do you have to...
Holy mother of Murgatroyd.
Not only do you have to go find your luggage and schlep it over and recheck it in for your domestic flight from there, but you also have to go through a barrage of customs and
you
weirdness.
have to go to all different parts of the airport.
Yeah.
It wasn't scenic either. It wasn't scenic either.
It wasn't. And you take a train.
Everything was like way over there.
They have a train. We landed in D terminal and we had to go to A, and there was a train involved. And that thing,
which blew me away because I'm like, what?
Now, mind you, by then we dropped off our big bags.
Oh yeah, because you have I don't understand this at all. All right, and I'm
prepare for we are going to bitch today. Hey, sometimes you just got.
We were like flummoxed because usually they just transfer your suitcases that you've already gone through customs with.
No.
So we had to literally go to wherever and get our 2 suitcases because she got smart and she jammed her carry-on, packed that full, and put it inside her suitcase, and then packed everything around that.
Hey,
Laura Lou!
Speaking of friends,
This is the bestest person in the whole wide world right now.
All hail
in
Laura
our
Lou.
world.
All hail Laura Lou. She was for 2 weeks. Not only did she take us to the airport and pick us up, but for 2 weeks straight, she watched our house and our cats and
sent us photos.
And sent us photos. So all hail the best friend we've ever had. There you go. So yeah.
And she came and picked us up in our car. Poor thing got stuck in Chicago traffic on a Sunday freaking morning.
We're here.
We're like, what are these people doing out?
It's Mother's Day.
It's Mother's Day.
They're trying to prevent
So,
crime.
like, it's early. It's what? It was like 9 o'clock or something when we landed, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know. We went through a couple different.
We didn't get home
zones.
until 3 or 2:30.
Well, it's because we had
traffic
to get food. And stuff.
We had to get food. Yeah.
So, if I'm going to put my life into somebody else's hands in Chicago traffic in my car.
It's going to be Laura.
It's going to be Laura because neither one of us was in shape
to drive.
We were Chicago tired. Traffic.
I didn't want to.
Plus, there was construction.
I know, right? Whoa.
Oh, thank you, TC. 9:08 a.m.
See, I told you he was watching
Chicago time.
I always feel like somebody's watching
So,
me.
Costa Rica right now is 2 hours behind us. So, like when we did the show last week, Tuesday,
we were at 10 o'clock.
We were at 10 a.m.
their time,
Costa Rican time, and it was noon Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
So Texas is Central Time.
Yes.
So we gained an hour, give or take,
in the real world. Yes.
Understood that because we were tired.
It's all magic and alchemy. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway.
So
the mystic lands of time.
And then you fly to Chicago. You're on Central Time.
Mm-hmm.
And then you drive to Michigan, and now you're in Eastern time.
Eastern.
So yeah, there was many naps. We did get some sleep Sunday night. I have to think what day it is. But Sunday night, and then there was naps taken Sunday. There was naps taken yesterday.
I took a nap. I took a nap when I got home. When we finally got home.
Yeah,
I went and I crashed, and I slept probably from
Flip style.
I got like a 4-hour nap, I think, 3 or 4 hour nap. And then I stayed up a little bit and then went to bed. Got up. That would be Monday. We got a bunch of stuff done Monday. I ran out and got, we need a freaking garbage disposal. So I had to go get that.
Died before we left.
So I went and got garbage disposal. I got groceries and I came home. And then I crashed again because I was still tired. I was just like, I'm sitting at my desk going, so I crashed for a few more hours and then got up again. But yeah, we got stuff done. Woo. But still, we're recovering.
I would say Dallas Airport was the worst. And there was a rude TSA agent.
Yeah.
He was rude to a pilot. Like, dude, don't be rude to pilots. Especially if he's flying.
Everybody had to walk through this one area. It was weird. Okay, I'll give you the weirdness. It was a big ass room that you came in, say this is the room. You came in over here, you had to walk all the way around down here to see this guy and then walk all the way back behind the tape lines or whatever you want to call them.
And some people he knew, so he was like, yeah, you can go through, you can go.
Because he was
not nice about it at all. He was just...
You can tell he didn't want to be there.
And, you don't want to piss off TSA.
At what time in the morning? 3 in the morning or something? 4 in the morning? He was not happy.
The pilot was nice to him. And
he
was standing behind him, waiting for his coworkers to come. And the guy turns around to him and goes, this isn't a waiting room.
Don't stand behind me. It's not a waiting area.
It's like rude. So he just stepped out of his sight. And so when we walked past him, I'm like, yeah.
But he said it too. The pilot's like, rude.
Like, dude, don't piss off my pilot. I don't know if the guy was my pilot, but don't piss off the pilot.
Yeah, don't piss off.
Don't make them upset. I want to go home.
We shouldn't, dude. We're old, okay?
We're old.
We're old.
We're early 60s.
You shouldn't have much fun.
We're
old. Leave us alone. It's not jet lag when you. What is it? Jet lag when you don't get any sleep at all for so many hours? Jet lag. I always thought jet lag was like adjusting to the time zone you're in.
Yeah,
right?
like if you fly to Europe and they're whatever time ahead of us, and TC would know that better than me because he does Eurovision.
Yeah, but That's what I was thought
Notice
jet
I
lag
got that
was.
in there for you.
I didn't think jet lag was like the total lack of sleep for over 24 hours. That's the difference.
But all our flight
That's the way I feel about it
attendants,
anyway.
all our flight attendants, everybody was super good.
We're trying, Liv. We're trying.
No complaints about the airport.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Except for Dallas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And even then, I did bump into...
Exactly. Liv knows it's sleep deprivation.
So we haven't ever flown... We have driven for the last 23 years. We have not been on a plane.
Or don't piss off the pilot or anyone who handles your food. Exactly.
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, you've been on a plane, but you haven't flown internationally. Because I think...
No, just from
after 9/11...
East Coast to West Coast, I've been...
You went to like LA or something for something. Or San Francisco.
Yeah, it was for a Out and Equals
Susie, how are you? Thank you.
Susie, welcome. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Yeah, it was just
Rachel.
East Coast to West Coast.
Hi, honey.
Hey, Rachel.
So we haven't ever flown internationally.
I
haven't flown since 9/11. So TSA is kind of a new... I mean, I've read about it, and you read about it when you're doing international. But there was one young man who was in uniform, and we were supposed to go through the scanners. And there's like a basic scanner, and then there's the one where you stand on the two little yellow footprints and you do this thing like you're under arrest.
Yeah.
And so there's an older lady in front of me, and I look at the guy, and like we're waiting to be called because like people, they just don't want to do anything wrong. And I go to the young man, I'm like, do I need to go through this one? He goes, no, this isn't for you. And I'm like, dude, I'm a newbie.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm new at this. And he goes, don't worry, I got your back. And I'm like,
thank you.
He was nice to me.
He was nice to you. He was nice to you.
And I think we told you last Tuesday, we attempted to bring apples into Costa Rica, not on purpose, but that didn't work well. But they were really nice about it.
We got basically a breakfast with like apple and bagel, blah, blah, blah. Laura got one too. Or Laura had an apple because it was in the car.
Laura,
I went and washed my car yesterday and last night. Anyway, I washed the damn car and it under the seat was an apple. So if you're missing an apple, Laura, it's
we confiscated it.
We confiscated your apple.
Going through, having not gone through customs since 9/11 and stuff, because I've been to Mexico and we've been to Canada. I flew into Mexico, but that was like eons ago. So I vaguely remember any of it.
Yeah.
But we've driven to Canada, and usually the US side is kind of, but there was that time we drove to Canada.
Yes.
And we had Missy, Missy the weather dog, the big fluffy dog.
The big fluffy dog.
In the back seat. And all you have to do is bring a current rabies
just make sure their shots are up to date.
Yeah. And once the woman on the Canada side saw Missy in the back seat, she's like, "Oh, look at the dog!" She's like,
suddenly we could have been smuggling anything in, and she wouldn't have cared because there was a dog in the back.
We hand her the paperwork, and she goes, "Oh, she's so cute," and all this stuff. And then she's like, "You can go."
No question.
We're like, "Love you."
Yeah, no questions. So if you want to smuggle anything into the U.S.,
bring a big fluffy dog with you.
Bring a big fluffy dog with you, and usually, there you go. I don't know, but there you have it.
No,
CSA.
They're not.
I'm glad they weren't bad to us or mean, but this one guard was grumpy as hell. The other guys were cool. They were kind of overwhelmed by the amount of people walking through the airport at 3 or 4 in the morning. But
the sense I get is just a job, and they're not happy about it. And it's not that anybody other than Grumpy Man in Dallas. It's
Grumpy. We'll call him forever be known as Grumpy Guy in Dallas.
They're very serious about their jobs in the U.S.
Yeah,
let's just put it that way. All right.
Yes.
So there's not a lot
life and death.
There's not a lot of chit chat going on, and happiness, or even little jokes, because you just don't dare to, and like
don't do it.
You just don't want to.
Don't do it.
Whereas we get to Costa Rica 2 weeks ago. Week 1 had the freaking apples in the bags, and like
she's traumatized by the whole apple.
No, but what cracks me up? Okay, so first of all, they're Spanish. They speak Spanish. We speak English, and the young woman goes, from Costa Rica. She's got the uniform on. She's like, "Is that your bag?" And it was my backpack. And I'm like, "Yes." And she goes, "I think she said you have an apple or something." And I'm like, "Oh shit." And I think she saw the look on my face, like I was just mortified. Like, I did not do this intentionally. I am so sorry.
Smuggling fruit
You're
across the
just
border.
overwhelmed with all the flight changes and everything. And I hand her the whole brown bag. So I'm like, "I'm so sorry." And so she takes it and she smiles nicely at me. She looks at it and there's still a granola bar in there. So she hands me back the granola bar because I was like, "Just take the whole bag." And she's like, "No, this is yours."
Granola's fine. Just don't bring the blown apples in.
She misplaced her baggage tag to claim our baggage in Costa Rica. And so I don't think he spoke a lot of English either. Didn't. But he saw that she found these stretchy covers that go over the suitcase that look like cassettes.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's us. All right. Yeah. So we have to have something music related.
They kind of look like this, only sideways.
So, and they're stretchy, and
they go over the bag.
It's another layer of protection on your suitcase, and because everybody buys the shell suitcases now, and
hard shell suitcases,
they all look alike.
They do.
And like, we couldn't find her baggage tag, and the guy just looked at the bags like, "Yeah, they match. They're yours," and let us take them. So things like that.
Well, Schwarzenegger, get your ass to Mars. Yes, exactly. And then take the fruit on the plane. It was a homeless people apple. Oh, okay. Is that what it was? Okay, nice. I told you.
But even going through customs.
So the homeless people didn't get it. It was under the seat.
It was under the seat.
It was under the seat. But hey. Homeless people apple. I love that. I will try to find a homeless person and give it to them.
But Patrick, I will deal with customs and TSA agents and whatever else because I'm not doing anything wrong. I've got a passport. I've got all the ID.
Aside from that apple smuggling ring you started.
The whole fruit incident that will go down in history, I'm sure.
Drive-by fruiting.
And it's probably, obviously it's not the first time they've dealt with somebody accidentally bringing an orange or an apple or something into the country.
Sure, yes.
And I get why there's strict rules on this in every single country.
Pretty sure about that.
So the hardest part of getting through TSA security wherever you are.
Just watch some videos, buddy. It ain't that bad. There are videos that'll help you figure out what to do and what not to do.
We read up.
For sure.
So we have passports. We have real ID, driver's license.
Yeah, we have passports.
Because
full-blown booklet passports.
Yeah. We have,
and then the real ID is our state ID, our driver's license.
Yeah, and I think I need to double check this, but I think
the Apple incident. Exactly.
Real ID will get you into Canada or Mexico without a passport.
It took a walker since I've been having balance problems. Yeah, really.
Yeah.
That's next time
they do take care of people who have disabilities.
Right. And they will cart your butt around too in the airport. They'll literally bring a wheelchair and push you around. But she didn't want to do that because she's proud, I guess. And you didn't have a walker at the time. But your knee just flared up before we left, so you didn't know you needed any help.
It flared up Saturday morning where I went to go put the suitcase up the stairs to the garage where the car was parked at the Airbnb. And I went, no, this isn't going to happen because the knee was just like screaming.
Oh, yeah. There's things. But,
everybody's
doing their thing.
It's TSA and customs and all that good stuff has been around for a very long time now. So the hardest part for me, because of my anxiety, was trying to get all the electronics, because basically they are talking very loud and sternly to you to put your laptop in this bin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Your laptop has to go in the bin separately unless there's, something else will fit in there. But take off your shoes. So I put all my electronics, and mind you, I had some cameras, right? I put everything in a clear plastic bag with a little foam core backer on it. So it all just laid out. And so I put that in the tray and everything. And I didn't have to worry. Maybe my phone was the only other thing I had to throw.
Mine was kind of sorted all
and anything in my pockets, which would have been, cash or whatever. So it worked out great for me. But you had like multiple compartments of electronic things, or camera, which I don't even know counts as electronics. It's not really, it's a camera.
I did, when we went down, I put the camera in the bin. And then I forgot about it on the way back, and TSA. Oh, and my stuff got pulled off going through O'Hare.
Yeah.
Early in the morning, because we had to be at O'Hare at 4 a.m. 2 weeks ago. And so when we finally were able to go through, yeah, they pulled my backpack aside. And they x-rayed
your water.
my water.
Because she had CPAP, she had to have distilled water, and she wasn't sure she could get it readily available in Costa Rica. We found it, so it wasn't a big deal. But yeah,
and
broke my leg while on vacation. Went through the airport in a wheelchair. One of the workers wheeled you around and went through the shortcuts and stuff. Nice.
Way to go.
Oh, yeah. There
shortcuts.
You go.
We needed shortcuts.
We needed some shortcuts, man, because literally you were walking a lot. So like you get there and it's like customs is way the truck over here. Follow all the signs, up the escalator, down the escalator, over here, around this hallway, in here, out there, over there. Good God.
I just hobbled.
She did. And the bag your bag is so way too.
I got to work on that.
She's got a bag with no wheels, like a giant backpack that was her carry-on. And I'm like, are you crazy?
I got to work on that.
When you're scoot boogieing through the airport, you really want wheels. You really do.
Yeah.
I missed having wheels the way home, though. I did miss it because I had a lot of shit in there, too. I made,
Yeah, because the last time you used your carry-on and you put it in the plane.
I did. Which had wheels. Momster bought a set of luggage, and she pretty much gifted it to me when she realized she wasn't going to go with us. So, it had wheels, and I used it. So that was much easier. So my advice to you is don't take a heavy ass backpack. Take something with wheels, even if it's just 2 wheels.
Yeah, we know that about you, Patrick.
Patrick, come on, dude, really. I loved my rental car. The rental car was very nice.
It was a Cross.
Was it
Toyota or
Toyota Cross?
A brand. I know
it's Toyota, probably the same as something else. It's very, very similar to another brand, model, I'm sure. But it's the.
So we treated ourselves because we have never done anything like this before. So because I told Dawn, I said, knowing what size we are, we're not small girls, and we're both 5'10". So me trying to sit in a seat where the seat in front of me is like jammed up against my knees.
Yeah. No.
I wasn't going to do it. So we paid extra to fly first class. And it was
or business, depending, like I said,
depending on what airline and stuff it is.
Yeah.
And it was so worth it because you get the board first. Mm-hmm. Well, you get the board second after the people who have like wheelchairs and stuff.
And anybody who's like gold card members or whatever that whole thing, advantage members, I think they call it. If you're an advantage member, you can get on the plane first and watch everybody else schlep onto the plane.
Yeah.
But as it is, we got to board second, which wasn't a problem because we were like literally right up by the, right by the cockpit, basically. There's the doorway to get in, the aisle to go down. There's a wall here. We were sitting right by that wall.
Also, I had a lightweight sweatshirt hoodie that I forgot to take out of the suitcase because, of course, it was warm.
Wildflower. Welcome,
Wildflower.
Dear. We're just discussing the vacation.
So,
thanks for
I forgot to pull it out of the suitcase because it was warm in Costa Rica when we left.
Only once. Exactly.
So,
we'll be paying for it forever, but hey, that's
so when we landed in Dallas, I pulled out my hoodie because
she was cold.
The plane was cold. It's hard to sleep when you're shivering.
We had talked about the fact that it was going to be cold. You just forgot to.
It was late. It was freaking midnight.
I know. She forgot.
It's okay. But my wife took good care of me Saturday into Sunday.
I got a cart when I could. And then we had a cart to go up all the way to get through the TSA, and we could not. When we went through security, we could not take the cart with us. So then she had to, and then she had to schlep it literally like onto the train to get to the freaking terminal, yada, yada, yada. So she was schlepping a heavy ass bag. And I was carrying everything else, but your heavy ass bag, you decided to carry.
And here's the nice thing
is
that all airlines, if you have a medical device, like a CPAP, or an oxygen tank or whatever.
We're not sketchy. We're not sketchy. Produce, yeah.
You know.
At least we didn't get pulled
Hey,
over and body searched. That would
I'm
have been
telling
fun.
you, if bringing produce wasn't an issue, I probably would have packed a box of mangoes.
Yeah,
Or
because they were
jammed them in my
wonderful.
suitcase.
They were amazing.
Holy crap, are those good?
Like room in the plane. It's not just, yeah, I know, right? Business or first class is nice. It's not great.
Yeah, like
I mean, it's not. The seats recline just as much as the cheap seats do. So you go from sitting like this to maybe sitting like that, and if you're trying to sleep, it ain't pretty, as they say. But
in the bathroom on the airplane,
the bathroom is not big.
There's no room.
There's just enough room.
Don't drop your pants because you won't be able to bend.
Well, you have to drop your pants.
I know, but don't let them go down to your ankles because it'll be very, 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 very difficult to get them back up to where they belong.
It's a tight fit. I've been in showers that were bigger.
Yeah.
I've been in small showers that are bigger than that.
Yeah. It was. Mm-hmm. That's my biggest complaint is that the airlines are reducing the size. And even when we're flying our first leg of the trip 2 weeks ago, even because we had 2 male flight attendants.
Yeah.
And come on, you look at me and you say, she's a big girl. I mean, there's just I can't hide it.
She's a very freaky girl. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. That's a whole different topic.
You're right.
And probably one they don't want to know because it's TMI.
All right.
So I get up to go to the bathroom, and it's this little itty bitty locker door, basically. Mm-hmm. It's a little wider than a locker door. And I open it up, and I look inside. I look at the guys, and I go, "Are you kidding me?" I said, "I know I'm a big girl, but holy crap!" And they're like,
"Yeah, they know too."
They're like, "We get it. It's bad for us.
Not much we can do about it, you know."
So I'm like,
nobody likes this bathroom. So yeah, that's about it. I know we import fruit but you can't bring a piece of fruit with you. I know it's because they obviously are sprayed with chemicals and shit to keep the parasites down or something. I guess
there are super duper regulations about transporting. Costa Rica is one of the major suppliers of houseplants.
And trying to hold it. I know, right? It's like, do I have to go in this place? Sorry. It houseplants?
Yeah. Sorry. Because when we had our driver, he showed us like, okay, here are some sugarcane fields, and like the area's got a lot of and then coffee plantations, and so now I know what a coffee plant.
And here's where they grow all the houseplants that Meyer sells.
And then under the,
I guess, or whatever,
like black screens,
it's shades, sunshades.
There's sunshades, and he's like, well, they
greenhouse sunshades.
Export a lot of houseplants. Tropical
they do. Plants. Because they're literally grown in the ditches. You can see them everywhere. You will drive down the road and go, I have one of those plants at my house, but it's much bigger. And it's very much against the law to go dig them up.
Also, we found out, which we did not know until we were waiting for hours in San Jose airport, is that taking home seashells will be confiscated.
Yeah, they kept announcing it like every 15 minutes.
They consider seashells to be part of the wildlife, and it is illegal to bring them back to the States.
They will tell you. I want to just find my sugarcane picture. Oh, there it is. So this is This is a tractor, and they're hauling sugarcane. If you can see that, and I've got a couple other pictures. Hang on. To process it, and it's go down. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so that's a car window, but it's like 2 trailers behind a tractor, and they're hauling.
That's a small load.
Yeah, that's a small load.
Because there's our semis. With trailers, open trailers where they pack it up.
We drove right by the processing plant, and I think they were taking those loads from like semis or whatever, and throwing them on here, and then taking them into the plant because it wasn't like you couldn't get really huge trucks. There are lots of big, huge trucks in there. But yeah, so it was kind of cool. I don't know what that picture is, but I took a picture of something.
Yeah, I mean, they kept saying it was dry season, and in the Central Valley, it's very green.
Yeah.
And I was just like, dang, there's like wild plants.
Oh, I know what
like
this
health
is.
plants growing on the side of the road.
I took a picture of this.
Also,
it was
you don't want to go in the ditch on these roads.
a house that was torn down, I guess. And this is like, well, all that was left was the kitchen, and maybe, I don't know, maybe that's a shower or something, but that's like a kitchen sink or something, and yeah, outdoor sink maybe. But anyway, everything's made of brick and tin.
Yeah, or cement.
So, or cement, yeah, which is kind of cool. And the you knew that Gracia, the church in Gracia, is metal on the outside? The red one? Yeah, it's kind of cool.
And Sarchi has the largest painted ox cart in the world.
There you go. There's just weird things. Gracia is known for a lot of different car dealerships.
Yeah.
Was it Sarchi?
Sarchi is known for furniture.
Yeah. There's like different areas. If you want to find something, there's an area for it. Those fancy Emirates planes. Yeah, right. Hey, Chica, how you doing?
How you doing, Veronica?
Yeah, we're not going to be able to fly that kind of thing. Just bro, Trump's. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
No. I'll fly, well, yeah, it's good. Yeah.
And
if we ever do it again, as they say, we're going first class.
There were some roads in the towns, like Gracia is a bigger town, San Ramon is a bigger town. Mm-hmm. Gracia is built on a lot of hills. And so you would like go to make a left-hand turn, and it would be like at the top, when you pause at the top of a roller coaster, and then you look down, and it was like this, and it was like,
and a lot of one-way streets. A lot of one-way streets.
We found out the hard way.
There's a lot of one-way streets.
Fortunately, they weren't busy one-way streets.
I definitely enjoyed driving there, though. It was a lot of fun.
We started to learn how to read signs really quickly, and every school building, escuela, has speed bumps.
Yes, so that's what that little. So yeah, and there's more than just in front of schools though too. They just throw them out there to slow you down no matter where you are.
Or like outside of small towns. As you're coming into the town, there's a speed bump, and as you're leaving, there's a speed bump.
To slow your ass down, basically. That's what it's for. But it works. You don't want to rip your car out from under you.
It wasn't necessarily screeching all the time.
She wasn't screeching. Most of the time, she was cool. Everybody, speed bumps are the thing, baby.
So you go someplace else, you're obviously going to compare it to where you're from. So
yeah,
not a lot of road rage.
No, people do happy beeps. They do
thank you beeps.
They do thank you beeps. They rarely get like behind you, in front of you, or around you, and start laying on the horn because you're not moving fast enough or something. That doesn't really happen.
If there's, say it's a two-way street and there's it's a kind of a busy road, and there's nobody coming, and you need to make a left out of a parking lot, a grocery store parking lot or something, somebody will literally stop here, flash their lights at you because they can see that it's clear, and then you can pull in front of them. They do that if you need to pull in front of them on the highway
to merge or whatever.
You have to keep an eye on all sides of your vehicle because the motorcycles are plentiful,
and they lane split all the time. They'll drive between two lanes,
and a lot of them are delivery. A lot of them are like food delivery, and
in the bigger cities they are, but out in the country they're not. And the tap, the beep beep
is like a thank you,
or whatever. So that's the only time you ever hear a horn, really.
And they don't really get bent out of shape if they're stuck in traffic.
No, we noticed that. It's very pure vida.
That's pure vida.
Yeah, very much.
The simple life, the easy life.
Yeah. Just take it as it comes. Just take it.
You're stuck in traffic. There's nothing you can do about it. So, just chill.
Yeah. That's because they live in paradise. Exactly. Why not? It's a beautiful place.
Oh,
it's a magical place.
The views. This is why, like, especially in some place like Costa Rica where they have lots of mountains and stuff like that. Having a driver,
but it is a little busier than we like it. So San Ramon was a little more chill.
Yeah.
If
we go back, San Ramon
is nice.
Yeah.
And most of it's always in the city, in the little pueblos, towns, whatever you want to call them, church, park.
Huge.
Yeah,
Huge
big church.
Catholic church.
It's big. It's Catholic, mostly Catholic. Church,
all fenced off. Of
park,
course.
and there's a park.
There's
nice,
a city park
like
across the
city
street.
block of park, and it's very cool. So yeah, so we checked out a couple parks too.
But the views in a country where there are volcanoes and mountains and stuff, we would come up and there would just be this expansive view, like, wow. I said that a lot.
She did say wow a lot.
So, and the other thing is, like here in Michigan, we're very used to having like a lot of yard space. We have a lot of yard space. We have a fenced-in yard. They don't have home insurance there.
Yeah, so they have gates on things, and
so
bars
they spend that money on wrought iron fences, and then they put a screen of some sort or a tarp or something that's nice looking or plants in front of that, so like you can't see screen. The front of their house. And then they have an automatic gate,
which where we stayed in Gracia, they had that, and then a lovely compound inside.
Oh my god! Like you would have never guessed how much space there was. Tile
work, and you could park 3 cars deep, and then there was a little green space in front of the little area we were in for Airbnb, and then their front yard was all planted out lovely, and it had beautiful tile work and beautiful. And then in the back, you go in. We ended up last day when we were in Gracia had at the Airbnb, they invited us for breakfast,
which was amazing.
And this woman does cakes and things. She bakes cakes, and they do different things. And anyway, you go into their kitchen prep area or whatever. It's not really their kitchen proper, but it's like their laundry / whatever. And there's another freaking little green space in the middle of a house,
and they hang their laundry out there.
And then there's another apartment back there as well. But there's also and then their kitchen where we sat and had breakfast. But it's like a compound. It's very cool.
Yeah, they gave us some guava jelly.
Yeah,
which actually made it through customs.
Right? Of course, it's processed, so it doesn't have.
And it was in my suitcase, so
I know.
And I had it in a bag.
There you go. So yeah, it was very cool.
They were so sweet to us. Both places did our laundry for us. Because when we were getting these Airbnbs, we looked for ones that had laundry so that we could do our laundry, because we're staying for 2 weeks, right?
We're like,
who wants to take home a bunch of dirty laundry?
Not me.
So
it's bad enough the laundry I left here. Yeah, but anyway.
So the nice thing about Airbnb app is when you message,
it translates
your host. It will translate the language for you if you ask it to. So that is one of the ways we communicated, besides Google Translate, and besides a lot of hand signals and stuff. And
not the rude kind.
Both women, they wouldn't let us do our own laundry.
Yeah.
It's just we were just astounded. Like the hospitality that we received from people was just
it was great.
Was heartwarming.
It was very nice. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I want to go back. I want to go back.
Yeah, I think we found a new vacation spot.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, to invite the people that are renting a space from you to breakfast. You're not running a bed and breakfast. We don't want to invade your space or anything like that.
Yeah.
And she's like, what time are you checking out? So I'm like, typical U.S. person going, she wants us out of here.
When are you leaving?
And I'm like, well, 10 o'clock. And she's like, oh, would you like to come for breakfast at 8:30?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
It was very sweet.
Aww.
We have to get, if we go back, we have to figure out, because she makes cakes.
She's not just baking.
She's not just baking. She's doing full on
decorating,
celebratory cakes, birthday, wedding, bar mitzvah. I don't know what the hell they're celebrating in Costa Rica, but you get my point. Beautiful cakes, and we need to get her to make us a cake.
Well, you see, we didn't see enough.
Well, yeah, it's always, it starts out, you got all this time, and then you realize you don't have all this time. So yeah, we're definitely going back.
I mean, the country is smaller than the state of Michigan.
It's 2/3 the size or something.
Yeah, but they are like in the top 5 as far as biodiversity goes.
Mhm.
Like, holy crap.
Yeah. So we didn't see any a lot of the wildlife. I mean, we saw parrots and we saw.
I
Some
saw
other stuff.
mourning doves and learned that
They're everywhere.
mourning doves go
They're
from
everywhere.
like south of Canada or southern Canada all the way down to Central America and stuff.
Except their beaks are a little more pointy than the ones up here.
Yeah, it could be like a little bit of evolution based on
The types
and
of.
I think they
Yeah.
cooed in Spanish more
They
than
did.
they did.
They had a Spanish accent.
Yeah, they
a little
did.
bit of a Costa Rican accent.
But we did get to see little green parrots
Mhm.
in San Ramon.
Terrorizing somebody. They were making a lot of noise when we were walking to breakfast that one day. We were walking to breakfast? No, we were walking back from touring around to San Ramon. And we're walking back to our car, and there's just these little green parrots. Parrots. Green parrots. They were out like in the wild, as they say, and
Making noise.
making a lot of noise, being birds.
So we didn't get to see a lot of the wildlife.
Didn't see any sloths. We
Because
tried.
we
We were
didn't-
looking, but they didn't show up.
Because there are national parks and hiking trails and rescue
No partridges in a
agencies,
pear tree either. Sorry. Nope.
that you can go and see the sloths and the monkeys and the things. And we didn't do that, but we will.
We will.
We save up enough money to
Go back.
go back and say hi.
Yep.
And both of our lovely hostesses said, you need to come back and see us.
Which was very sweet. I'm sure they say that to everybody, but it was still very sweet.
I know.
Yeah. Very sweet. And I left my laundry bag there.
She sent me a picture.
She said, "Oh, look what I found." That's all right. It's a gift. Call it a gift.
Trying to think of what else fun things. The soda we found.
That was cool.
Did we do that before last week's show, or did
I think
do
we
that
told
after?
you guys about that hole in the wall soda we found. If not,
they have like different levels of eating establishments.
Yeah.
Sodas, SODA, tend to be family owned and run and serve traditional Costa Rican food.
So that was it. That was what we got. And if I can get it to focus. Don't focus on me.
It was an
Focus on
oval
that.
plate, like at least 12 inches.
So rice
long.
and chicken, plantains, French fries, and salad, which is kind of like pico de gallo on top of lettuce with the sauces. The fries also have ketchup and the sauces on them. Yeah, I did tell you. Okay, good.
Good.
It was amazing.
So
That's a revisit if we get back there.
So 2 plates of food like that. We both got the same thing. Basically, I ended up because they didn't have a
That's
menu.
the one. That's the lady who does the cakes. That was our first Airbnb.
Yeah, the one standing next to me, that's Elsa, and she's the one that bakes the cakes.
Yep.
So thank God for Google Translate, because the soda, we had been wandering around San Ramon, trying to find someplace to eat, like a little soda.
Mm-hmm.
And we were walking in circles.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, we'll never find our car where we parked it. So she suddenly spots this place, but they have no written menu, because Google Translate, you can, like, if you're reading a book and there's a Spanish phrase, you can put Google Translate on camera and have it translate Spanish to English for you,
Mm-hmm.
which we did a lot with the menus.
Mm-hmm.
But they have nothing written on the wall. It's just this little kitchenette. It's this little alley.
Mm-hmm.
So I finally, we told them we wanted something pollo, which is chicken.
Yes.
Chicken and rice. So
this is what she's talking about as far as like gates in front of houses and stuff. They just like put up flowers and natural barriers, visual barriers and stuff, and it's very cool.
So we just used Google Translate and said we want something with chicken and rice and surprise us. We just want some
Authentic
Costa Rican food.
Yeah.
And so they went, okay. I think they thought we were nuts. They kept looking at us a little skeptically.
Well, they did.
But everything was so freaking good.
Yeah. So like here is the front of that house. And this is behind a gate. It's all on like a private little oasis.
That's the first B&B.
That's the first Airbnb, yeah. So it's just very, very nice there.
The coffee was fantastic.
It was amazing.
TC is telling us it's 1 already.
Dang it all, dude. Okay, I believe you. I believe you.
We didn't have any bad food.
No bad food, not a once. I didn't lose any weight either.
No,
I was hoping, but it didn't work out.
it was
But yeah.
amazing.
All right. We will be back Thursday for bingo. So TC, your reign may be ending. There you go. What else are we going to be doing? Let's not forget about Saturday. We're doing our final blowout whatnot, right? So let me use this one more time, as they say. Hold on. But it's not Tuesday.
It'll be Saturday.
It'll be Saturday.
Because it's going to go for
Saturday at
It's
7.
a delayed happy anniversary kind of thing.
We are so crazy. We are going to do, what time Saturday? 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
We're going to do 145s at $1 start. And we're going to be doing some pylons. And we're doing gifts. Or, giveaways. So please show up for that.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Gonna hop. Okay, Patrick, take care, bud.
We
gotta go
Patrick. Love ya.
We will see you guys on Thursday. Have a great rest of your day, and we will see you then. Take care of yourselves. Thanks, guys, for sticking with us.
Hey, TC, if you get to be there, you get to be there. Or just, put up multiple screens.
There you go. Ooh. Hey. All right, guys, we will see you on the flip side. Take care. Love you all.
Love you guys. Thanks for coming in.
You hip kicks.